Hello everyone, my name is Han Yuqi from GSOE9011 Group 2. It's my honor to share the research proposal of our group with you. Our topic is applying a directed search-based method to find the financial impacts for battery energy storage system signing in microgrid system. This research proposal is divided into 5 parts: abstract, introduction, literal review, significance and innovation, and conclusion. Let's start with the first part, the abstract. As we all know, the utilization of renewable energy can decrease the emission of greenhouse emission. The greenhouse gas is carbon dioxide and so on. However, the massive cost for installing and operating an energy storage system, ESS, is a critical issue to solve. So researchers are trying to look for a low-cost battery energy storage system. So let's turn to the second part, introduction. So what is microgrid? Microgrid refers to a small power generation and decretion system composed of distribute power supply, energy storage device, energy conversion device, load monitoring and protection device. So, how to find the influence of financing on the determination of microgrid battery size? So, let's continue to the literal review part. The 2.1 BESS signing technicals. This method including various methods. The first is probabilistic method, analytical method, directed search-based method, hybrid method. So for the first method, it is regarded as the most straightforward approach. A study conducted by Pearson in 2009. He determined the battery capacity and maintaining the steady power output of the system by this analysis. So it was an essential advantages of this method, as it provided more opportunities for researchers who were not mostly given enough data availability. That was not always presented in most cases. So let us see the second method. It is an analytical method. It performs a series of computations and simulations repeatedly at fixed intervals. However, in order to use this effectively, it requires a lot of simulation, but it is not constrained by a scientific and analytical aspects and therefore has a solid flexibility. This approach was used in this scientist to determine the optimal rating of the battery storage based on an optimal analysis and the cost-benefit analysis in microgrid system. Let's turn to the third method. This method was divided into two methods. It is the mathematical optimization-based method and this method. The mathematical method has advantages and disadvantages. 4 advantages. The high computational efficiency may be the first advantages. However, for the disadvantages, in non-linear programming problems, convergence to the optimal solution is very difficult. For the heuristic method, it can provide a simple implementation by avoiding complicated derivatives, especially for the nonlinear optimization problems. However, it has some limitations. For example, the accuracy of solving linear problems is poor. For the hybrid method, it combines different methods' advantages to enhance the optimization procedures, effectiveness, and efficiency, and minimum this method's weakness. However, it still has some limitation. It increased the complexity of computation and optimization and require extensive computational resources. So let us see the economic impact. As you can see, many scientists and researchers conducted many studies about how to determine optimal sizing energy storage system for the microgrid. Let's see the significance and innovation. For significance, it is significant to install BESS in optimal size to ensure resilient, reliable, and cost-effective operation of the microgrid. Calculate the cost of microgrid, find out the differences in financial impact, and verifying that a targeted method can get the best results to make BESS and the most economical and optimal scale. It is the great economic and significance to deepen the understanding of the influence of financial indicators on performance. For the innovation, analyzing a specific study to find differences in financial factors between the 4 methods is a novel approach. In this report, 4 models are compared in detail in terms of the financial indicators, such as capital costs, annual saving, and maintenance costs for the same study. Therefore, policymakers and researchers will better understand finance influence in designing BESS in the microgrid. So we can get the conclusion. Most studies have focused on economic outcomes using a specific BESS scale approach. This method based on targeted search will provide results with minimum error and higher reliability. Each of the BSS classification methods is further investigated to produce a more logical and reliable series of optimized process equations. So this is the reference. So this is all my presentation. Thank you. Thank you for listening.